Apparently, it's quite easy to learn to hate math, but can we turn that around and learn to love math? Here is a real example of that very thing. Several years ago, a school counselor came to us and asked for help with this very thing. One of the students that had been sent to her was doing very poorly overall in school and absolutely flunking in math. She had tried quite a number of things to help him out, encourage him, make sure that he was getting his homework done. Not much headway. And so she asked us if there was some approach that might work with him. We were particularly interested in if there was anything that he did well, and asked her about this. And she said, "Oh, yeah, he is an amazing skateboarder. He spends hours a day practicing, loves to show off for his friends, and is one of the best in the city." Here's what we asked her to do. We asked her to, when she was sitting with him, have his math textbook open in front of him, and then have him look up and think about skateboarding. Think about his best times at skateboarding. Step into him, get that feeling, get that sense of why he loves it and what about it really gets him going. Bring that feeling back to his textbook, almost like he can grab that feeling with his eyes and bring it down to his textbook so that that's overlaid on what he's seeing in his math book. And then we asked her to do that several times. Then see what happens. And she was like, "Okay, and then what do I do?" And we were like, "Well, that's all of it. Just have him do that. Watch over the next couple weeks and let us know what happens, and we'll go from there." Well, a couple weeks later, she talked to us again and said that he was really engaged in math now and actually doing much better in all of his subjects. So we checked in over the next couple months. He went to the top of his class in math, became one of the best, and loved the feeling that he got from doing it, and seemed to love how other kids looked at him when he was the one that was first to come up with the answer to some math problem. That was the whole solution. We talked to her a couple years later, and he was still doing quite well as a student, still very good at skateboarding. So how did this work? What happened? And thinking about this, let's go back to, how did he learn to hate math? Most likely, he had a teacher that didn't know how to convey math to him in a way that made sense to him. Most likely he got a bit behind. And of course, once you get behind, once the foundation falls away, it's hard to learn anything after that because there's nothing to build on. From there, he just gave up. We suspect that happened with a number of subjects for him, that he never really learned how to love learning, how to enjoy school, how to see the value of it. But he certainly saw the value of skateboarding. He certainly enjoyed it. We just had him access that state of skateboarding, the passion that he had for it, the pleasure that he found in it, and hook that up to his math book. And via that, it spilled over to some of his other subjects. With that in place, math started to have that feeling. His brain connected those. His brain went, "Oh, if I can enjoy skateboarding, what if I bring that same enjoyment to math, science, humanities, whatever?" So we're taking what our brain already knows how to enjoy, already knows how to apply itself to, by association, brings those abilities, those capacities, over to the new area. This is easily done. This can be quite powerful. It's interesting to imagine what it would be like if math teachers, the first day of math class, first had everybody in the class think about things that they really enjoyed, that was really interesting for them to pursue and to learn, to engage in, then bring that feeling to the class. Of course, the teacher would have to follow up in a way that matched that and kept it interesting. But we can do this with all kinds of things. We can do this with any subject or any pursuit. For a different kid, we might want to take it in the other direction. Maybe they hate phys ed or sports, but they love math or music or something else. This doesn't only apply to school. We can do this in any area of our lives. We all know people that love to work and people that hate to work. We can use it there. We know people that really love to engage socially and people that don't. We can use this in that area as well. Again, in either direction. For those people that don't like social interaction, we can again find somewhere that they really do enjoy and bring that feeling over and the capacities that go with that. Or we can take the people that love being social and bring that to math or science or some other area of study. Now, is this always going to work with all things? Of course not. There are going to be particulars that need to be navigated. There are numbers of other things that may be involved. That's why we would invite you to our podcast at learntolearn.org, where we explore how to change a lot of these factors and really easily and practically, with clear steps and know-how, enhance learning of all kinds. To get the value out of what we have shared here today, or any of the other multitude of things that we share on our podcasts, it takes you participating. Try this process. Think of an area where it would help to have more engagement, more enthusiasm, more passion for whatever it is, and then find an area that you already have that. And look at that, step into that, engage those feelings and capacities there and what that's like, and bring that back to the area that you want to enhance. And when you come to our website and try our podcasts, we would ask that you do the same. This is not just information to peruse, but step-by-step know-how that'll give you the capacity to change your learning and change your life. Again, join us at learntolearn.org, learn-to-learn.org. And tell your friends and like us below. There is no cost to you for any of this. We just want to make the world a better place and share what we can. Thanks so much for joining us.